The San Francisco chapter of the YMCA was founded in 1853. The gold rush was coming to an end, and young men from all over the world found themselves broke, displaced, and alone. The San Francisco YMCA started in a rented room above a post office on the corner of Clay and Kearny. But the need was great, and it grew. In 1909, the YMCA started construction of its own new building. President Taft was in attendance to lay the cornerstone. This building, on the corner of Leavenworth and Golden Gate, would be the home for the YMCA for 100 years.
I arrived here at the age of 7. My mother had died when I was 5. We were a non-English speaking family. As a group, we didn't have a lot of chances going for us. Without YMCA coaches, we're not going to have a chance. The YMCA prepared me to go to West Point, to become a paratrooper, to become an Army officer, to become a JAG officer, a lawyer, a prosecutor, the trainer of all of California's lawyers, a chief operating officer. I would have done none of that. And most importantly, I don't think I'd be a successful husband or father without the Y.
I'm 95 and I've been coming to the Y since 1974, which is about 35 years, I think. The thing about the Y here has been very close-knit. We've all been very close and friends for a long time. And that's very important.
Do you have a lot of family in San Francisco?
I don't have any.
Do you feel like you have...
I feel alone.
Do you think that being a part of the YMCA has helped in that respect?
I think so, yes. I feel good coming here. I feel these are my friends.
This Y is used by what I consider to be sort of the greatest kind of microcosm of society, all ages, ethnicities, and people really kind of take the time to get to know and enjoy each other. And it's a unique experience. I love this Y. I love the people. I'm even kind of fond of the tenderloin.
You have people growing up in a neighborhood where they really can't get what they need in this neighborhood. There are not a lot of playgrounds. There's not a lot of greenery. There are almost no markets. There are no banks. There is very little commerce in the neighborhood other than restaurants. So in an area that's very busy and very crowded, this place ends up being a kind of oasis, I think.
Right here. So this is how I leveled it out. Basically, we have a dinner time every day at 6 o'clock. Today is just basic hamburgers, fries, but for start like a little, kind of like a family meal style, like cooking class, where we'll cook together, we'll clean together, and we'll sit around the table, eat, conversate about each other's day, things like that, get back to the family style of eating, things like that. So, and then that basically progressed into the culinary prep class, where we basically, and it's kind of still the same concept, but it took a lot of training. But these are good kids, and a lot of them like to cook. Some of them, they're kind of skeptical about cooking, but I think once they get into it and they feel like, they basically have a responsibility and a duty to do, and they actually like take ownership of something being done that's good, then they'll like it even more. So that's how sometimes I try to do like desserts. I have some people working on burgers, or sometimes we'll do like casseroles. Sometimes we'll go into like a whole culinary field and do some like really artistic stuff and do plating and everything too. Thank you. Come on, back. Have a seat, Alan.
Pick out a pen. And we're gonna
Thank you.
In a time when the YMCA was most needed, it suffered its greatest challenge. The 1906 earthquake and fires destroyed more than 3/4 of San Francisco. The YMCA's building withstood the earthquake, but burned to rubble on the second day of ensuing fires. Recognizing the community's need, the YMCA staff erected tents throughout the city to help the displaced and homeless.
For the last 100 years, this YMCA has been an integral part of our community in the heart of the city, a real beacon of hope and support for everyone who lives here. And we want to take our history and our memories and for the next 100 years build a brand new state-of-the-art green building that will serve so many more people.
The YMCA fills an essential gap. It always has. It was created out of need in the last century, the century before that. And that need still exists. And if people, regular people, don't support something like the YMCA, then we lose youth.